Next holiday, Xbox Series X will lead us into the future of console gaming. Our fastest, most powerful Xbox will set a new bar for performance, speed, compatibility. Developers around the globe are already hard at work building games for Xbox Series X. Our 15 Xbox game studios are developing the largest and most creatively diverse lineup of exclusive games in our history.
So hello, I want to make this video. This will be interesting because this will be debatable. It is a very debatable topic. It is very opinionated, and I wanted to bring out this video because I do want to put out my little 2 cents from my brain on why I believe Xbox kind of failed me as a client, as a new client who just, was interested in this product, but not anymore. This video will not be me hating on Xbox. This is not a hate video. I'm not fanboying saying this console is bad, this console is good. Xbox does a lot of things really well. The boost mode, for example, like you can play your old games on, 60 FPS without other companies needing to patch it. Or what about Game Pass? Like, you get amazing deals for little money and you don't have to pay full price for them. Oh, what about wanting to play your old games? You can just pop in your 360 disc and just play your old games, the backwards compatibility. When you look at the track record of Xbox Series X and what they announce and what they give you, this console has a lot of good going for it. However, the reality kind of kicked in after owning this console for nearly 6 months. In that 6 months, my opinion has changed gradually from this being a good console to this being disappointing. This is the reason I wanted to make this video, to explain and kind of give my perspective on why this console failed to capture me as a client. Like, this was the chance Xbox had and they failed. So let's start off with the Game Pass. Before we continue on the video, please do consider subscribing and liking the video, and even if you don't like this video, try watching the other videos. I do different type of stuff. Coming back to the topic, Game Pass is an absolute banger deal. There is no doubting, or if anybody says Xbox Game Pass is bad, they're lying. It is not bad. It is actually a good deal, and it even forced other game, companies like PlayStation to even have their own subscription service just because of Game Pass, because they were forced into it, because Game Pass is capturing a lot of attention. The thing is, I do have a bit of a problems with Game Pass though, and I will explain that. But before I explain it, I just have to give you a brief history of my gaming past. You have to consider that I've been gaming forever, basically, as long as I remember, as young as I've been. And I've been gaming from Nintendo 64 to GameCube to PlayStation 1 to, PlayStation 2, PSP, to PC, to PlayStation 3, to PlayStation 4, and to PlayStation 5. So the relevancy of this information is, I own a lot of games, I played a lot of games, and I have massive catalog of games that I own that I can play. So when Xbox releases Game Pass, it is a good deal to play the first games or the games I've never tried. But after 6 months of having Game Pass, I've pretty much either played the games that they're offering, or the games they're offering I either played before, so I'm not interested, or it's just a type of games that I'm not interested to even play or touch it, if that makes sense. Like 90% of the games that are either I played or I've basically have no interest. And other 10% is the games that I'm interested in. Like, for example, because I'm really new into Xbox, ecosystem, I wanted to try Forza and Halo and all that kind of stuff. And I've played them and they were fun. Like, I played Sea of Thieves with friends, I've had a blast. But after a few months, you kind of look at the game catalog and the amount of games you can play there is just not much. And this is very personal. This is very opinionated. Like I said, this is my experience. Some people who don't have much games or didn't play much games, they would be having a blast on Game Pass because the amount of lists there is for them to try. But for me, who played a lot of those games on that list, or I'm not interested in some, I don't have much options on there. And yes, there are games that are basically day one on Game Pass, but those games are yet to exist, if that makes sense. Like, where is their exclusives? Like, they haven't released anything for 1 year, which I'm gonna go over that one as well. Game Pass is good deal. Like, my perspective is, my opinion, from my brain, Xbox Game Pass is such a good deal if you have not been gaming for long, or if you haven't owned much games in like previous years. But if you are a gamer who's been gaming for a time, who's been gaming for years and have big catalog of games that you own or played, Xbox Game Pass is not good for you, for a gamer who's been playing a lot of games, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to come up from here is, the games on Xbox Game Pass, it's pretty much useless when you already own half of them, or you played half of them, or you don't want to touch other half of them because you're not interested. This is my experience with the Game Pass, and don't get me wrong, this experience is also very valid with the PlayStation Essentials or Premium or whatever it is that they named it. I exactly have the same opinion on that one too, with the subscription-based games and stuff. The game listed there, yeah, I could try 1 or 2 or 3 or, you know, a few games out there, but it's not gonna make me go, wow, okay, I need to own this, because the games there I already own. And this is the reason I said it many times, that this is very opinionated, because this is my experience on how I feel this stuff. For some other people who don't own as much games, this is gonna be not of a big problem for you, but for me it is, because the only sole reason I bought Xbox was for the Game Pass. And back then, PlayStation didn't offer the PlayStation Premium and stuff, as in they caved in and they made it because they seen Game Pass as a threat. But what I'm trying to say here is, Game Pass is not good for me personally, because they don't offer anything new. And when they offer something new, it's going to be in a few years, I guess, because Xbox is not releasing much in terms of games. And yes, I do know they announce Mini, but it's just, bro, like, come on, man. I owned this console for 1 year and they're always saying coming soon, this is gonna come, this is gonna come. And if I got fed up in 1 year, how the fuck do some people stayed on that console like Xbox One for years expecting something banger and nothing pretty much came out? Oh, damn. But is Xbox Game Pass bad? No, but it's not, for me personally, it's not something that I'm gonna keep my Xbox, which I didn't. I sold my Xbox because it was collecting dust and I didn't see any point of it being there any longer. But don't take this as Xbox Game Pass is bad. The feature is there. It's up to you to either buy the games you want or to use this feature. And for me, it's been lackluster, let's just say, in terms of the games that they put there. Or it's just, maybe it's my fault that I've been a good gamer and I've been playing games for such a long time. But this is my whole caveat with the Game Pass. It's a good deal, but it's not a good deal for me because I pretty much own a lot of games. So yeah, that's my caveat on Game Pass. Moving on to the next topic, this is one of the biggest major issues that Xbox is currently facing, which kind of impacted the Game Pass issue as well, is the exclusives. Now, the Xbox did have some exclusive that was interesting, like for example, Sea of Thieves, which was really a blast to play with friends. Forza, which is really fun racing game. Then there is Halo Infinite, which is very debatable, as in I'm not into Halo because I've never played the previous Halo games, so I guess that's there. As in there are some lists where you can try stuff, but for a person who hasn't owned Xbox, I did hear a lot about these games over the years since Xbox One, to be honest. All I heard was Forza, Sea of Thieves, and Gears of War. That's the only exclusives I've pretty much heard on this console. And I'm looking at it now and I'm just like, bro, as an exclusives, what are you guys offering that is a console seller? For someone who been very spoiled on the exclusives that PlayStation's been pumping out over the years, I'm checking the quality of these games on Xbox and it's just like, it just doesn't hit the same, does it? To make the matters even worse, this was the time Xbox was about to shine, because the amount of marketing what they're offering was so good. Was the time that they were supposed to shine, and they failed because they refused, or not even refused, but they bloody didn't release anything for 1 year. 2022 has been the most driest for Xbox, and for somebody who bought Xbox for the first time in their life, just imagine my perspective on that one. Like, for somebody who owns the console, and I waited for 1 year and nothing came out. Please, like, tell me if I'm like wrong on this point now. Like, the thing is, I'm looking back at it and I'm just like, this console didn't offer me anything. It just made me more frustrated because I waited and waited and waited. And yes, like I said, I do know excuses are coming. They announced it, like Starfield, but fucking hell, man. Even that's been delayed so many times, and I'm just like, I'm just lost interest. I lost interest in this console. This was the time Xbox was supposed to make me go, okay, damn. Owning an Xbox was actually not a bad idea. I think, this is the time where it was going to make me transition from PlayStation to Xbox. Like, I genuinely believe that when I first bought this console. Like, this console, for the first time, might make me change my home console. But no. Holy shit, no. It just came with disappointment after disappointment. And it's just a waiting and waiting. Yes, they do a lot of good features, but what's the point of good features if you don't have a good games to play? That's the whole perspective. That's the whole point of a gaming console. Games. And you don't have games. Yes, I do acknowledge that Xbox is trying to make difference. And they purchased, like Activision Blizzard. They're purchasing a lot of game studios, but wasn't you supposed to make this effort for the past 10 years or so, since Xbox One? Like, I'm not going to question that, but as a perspective of somebody who owns this console for the first time, this is disappointing, man. Basically, my Xbox is collecting dust, and I was just like, you know what? There's no point of keeping you here anymore. I'm just gonna sell you. And that's been bummer, I guess. My expectations from high to low. So, Xbox, the console that pretty much ruined to capture the new audience. And if they continue like this, I don't believe they're going to capture the attention of PlayStation users, because let's be honest, a lot of people still chose PlayStation regardless of the anti-consumer behavior that they've been doing, because Xbox isn't providing much compared to PlayStation, and the games that PlayStation pumps out is just like whole nother level that I don't believe Xbox is going to catch up anytime soon. That being said, enough of rumbling from me, but owning an Xbox was very frustrating for me. Like, I hear a lot of people praising Xbox Game Pass, which is something to be praised on, but like I said, it really depends on person to person. And yeah, this is the story of why I've sold my Xbox, and why, for the first time as a new user who, owned an Xbox, I've been disappointed and they didn't capture me. Anyways, thank you for listening. If you made it to this part of the video, yeah, do consider liking, subscribing. It really does matter a lot to me. I am the irrelevant person, so yeah, I hope you had a good time listening. Yes, there's going to be very disagreements on this, I guess. This is a very, let's just say, hot topic. But yeah, like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Or even comment on it, like why I'm wrong, why you're right. Yeah, let's just debate it, but in a good manner. Anyways, have a good day or have a good night. Thank you for watching. Peace.